So in this presentation, we'll talk about the analysis of sustainable mobility solution from the previous SMARTA project. As mentioned before, the main objective of the task 1 of the SMARTA-NET project is to assess target mobility solution and service present in the European context, and most of all to understand the factor enabling the transferability of the implemented solution approach in the different EU countries. Naturally, it includes a study of the long-term sustainability, the adaptability, and the long-term successful. For the long-term sustainability of the mobility solution, we have to study and understand if the solution identified are it will be fixed for the study context. The mobility solution proposed are from SMARTA and SMARTA-2 project, so the previous project of SMARTA-NET. After we have the assess of the adaptability to the various needs of the rural population and the environment present and take in consideration, and also to determine the most likely long-term successful solution and the other ones that have not such potential. So to do a differentiation of all the solution identified in this task. The activity inside the task number 1 are the C1.1, C1.2, and C1.3. For the first, it's related on the assessment of the rural mobility service and solution. And the relative output is the draft catalog of the rural shared mobility. As mentioned before, is the first output that will come from the task number 1. That will be the basis for the first network meeting. After we will have the financial and operational assessment for the long-term sustainability of the practice. So we'll have the maxi brochure on rural shared mobility solution, and at least we have the scalability and transferability assessment with the related report on GSTEAM. Thanks to SMARTA and SMARTA-2 project, we have identified this SMARTA-tonium. However, that is a representation of the possible mobility solution and service present in all the European context. We can see that we have the ride sharing service, has carpooling, shared taxis, volunteer lift giving, and e-hiking. Also, we have the flexible transport service that are flexible route or door-to-door DRT, and the asset sharing, the e-bike and the car sharing. Naturally, they can work. This mobility solution can work thanks to through the digital ITC enabler and service. In this moment, we have identified 30 good practice in all over the Europe. These are some pictures of the service already presented, and we want you a huge number of this good practice to share with you. In the next slide, I will present some example of the best practice already identified, and some of them will be explained also tomorrow during the workshop on local shared mobility by the direct person that was involved in the creation of the service. First of them, there is Ring-a-Link. Tomorrow, Mr. Declan Rice will be present in a more detailed way this type of service. Ring-a-Link is a demand responsive transport service based in Ireland. Is active in particular in the south of Ireland, in the Kilkenny, Carlow, and Wicklow County. It was supported by the Leader Partnership and from the Kilkenny County Council. And it's represent in its function as a transport coordination unit linked to the National Transport Authority. Moreover, it uses minibuses to allow the movement of the population from the rural areas to the towns, And during the 2022, Kilkenny Leader Partnership sponsored a real-time passengers information system to support the integration between the service with the commercial intercity bus routes. Another example is Bürgerbus from Germany. It's a volunteer-based community transport service, and tomorrow Mr. Karl-Heinz will explain it in the Obergantal region. It's currently active. There is currently about 350 Bürgerbus service operating in all over Germany, and it's supported by the Competence Center for the New Public Transport, that is the mobility agency for the German federal state of Baden-Württemberg. Bürgerbus, moreover, is a minivan for the service, and the drivers are all volunteers. The vehicles are owned by the local volunteer association and can be supported by the Ministry of Transport. Moreover, the service is funding both from public and private stakeholders, and the success of the service depends mainly on the community level of engagement. Another example of volunteer-based community transport service is SOPTNIKI in Slovenia. It's operating in 16 Slovenian municipalities, and the target group of this service are elderly people. Over 60 years old, the people that live in rural areas. Also, in these cases, drivers are volunteers and the organization owns the vehicle. Moreover, the service is covered mainly by the municipality and by sponsors and donors. For this reason, both the SOPTNIKI service and the Bürgerbus in Obergantal region in Germany are free of charge. In particular, in these cases, to become volunteers, the candidates go through the process of evaluation and mentorship and seek an agreement on cooperation. For what concerns the Elba Island, we have a different good practice in that it's a shared use mobility agency in Elba Island, Italy. We have an integration of the different mobility service through a digital platform, because the Elba Island has a lot of tourists during the summer season, and there is a lot of offer of transport, private and public, both. For this reason, this service are not more in competition, but in cooperation between them, because through the digital platform, the tourists and the people who want to use the service, they could change the different service, but they are all integrated with all of them. And another example is Réseau Pouge, based in France. Réseau Pouge is a successful high-hiking service. It's currently active in more than 1,800 French municipalities, and this service is organized by the municipality with the help of the Réseau Pouge Association. It has an IT platform for the subscription of the drivers and also of the users to allow a safety and certainly trip all over the France. After we have another last example, we have the flag car sharing. Tomorrow, Mr. Schlemmer will present it during the workshop. It's a car sharing service that uses electric cars. It's operating in 13 municipalities of the East Tyrol region in Austria, and he used 13 electric vehicles for this service. He developed an integrated ticketing and multimodal trip with the public transport. Indeed, a lot of pickup points are near the railway station to allow a better use of the car sharing and the public transport service. Other pickup points are located in the rural hamlets. Moreover, they have an app for the reservation and the payment to allow a smooth process of booking. And this was the last example of a good practice already identified for the task 1. And I want to thank you for your attention. If you have any question, we are here to answer.